Before we get to this video, yet again, I'm going to talk to you about FUTTRADING.co.uk. I know a lot of you get annoyed by it, but it is what allows me to do this job full time. So thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far this year. The feedback has been phenomenal. But FUTTRADING.co.uk is a website that was launched by myself and Dan, aka V273, over on Twitch, whereby you guys learn how to trade and get given buying and selling prices for so many cards. We're talking thousands of cards on the market. And just gone live right now is our League SBC investment guide where you guys can make hundreds of thousands of coins from. And icons are now live on the site, buying and selling prices for pretty much every single icon on this game. It's £10 a month for tier 1, which gets you access to all the buying prices and selling prices. And £15 a month for tier 2, which gets you access to our amazing live filters tool, which helps you guys make thousands of coins immediately with some of the best sniping filters on this game. You also get access to this CHEM style calculator, tells you what to sell your cards for, and a trade storage area which we have built ourselves for you guys to use so you can keep a track of how much coins you are making every single day on this game. Make sure you check out FUTTRADING.co.uk, but for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you never miss a trading video. Check me out on Twitch, click the link down below. I stream most days live there, doing the trading that you see in these videos live on stream. Check out FUTTRADING.co.uk for all your trading needs. Again, thank you for the mad support you guys have put into the website this year. We're working as hard as we can to make sure you're making as many coins as possible. First note from me. I have been noticing in some of my videos, I have been talking too fast. It's not intentional. I always have done it. I used to have a stutter when I was younger, so I've always tended to talk quite quickly so I don't stutter. But I will be trying to slow it down in videos for you guys because I know some of you guys might not have English as their first language, or might not just want me to talk very, very fast. But today's video is all about icons. As the game's starting to progress now, you guys are starting to get more coins in your bank balance, and some of the lower tier stuff I've shown you so far probably isn't the best way in terms of time spent for you guys to be trading. So I do want to go over icons. Now, first thing to note about icons is you do want to have a very decent coin budget in order to trade with icons. For me, 1.5 to 2 million is sort of the minimum you should be looking to have in your bank balance before you start this. The reason for this is icons can sometimes take a day or two, sometimes even 3 days to sell. Ideally not. Ideally they're quicker than that because you bought at the right price, you've done your research. But they can take longer. The market moves a lot on FIFA, so you need to be wary of that. So if you've got 1 million coins and you're putting in, I don't know, you're buying 3 or 4 icons to that, then all your coins are tied up in those icons. If those icons don't sell, you're waiting for those icons to sell. You can't do any other real trading. The but to this is, if you're looking at my videos so far, or you've watched any of my streams, you know that you can trade with those icons. But if you leave yourself 100k or 150k in the bank, you can still be flipping silvers for instant profit. You can still be doing chem stars for instant profit, and you can still do a little bit of investing into weekend league. So the whole reason why I show you guys all of these methods is because it means that you can mix and match all of them up together so that you're constantly making profit. If you've got icons sitting there selling, that's fine, they're there, they're going to make you profit eventually. If you're getting silvers, instant profit on those, you're building your coin balance up. And if you're doing chem styles, the same sort of situation, and they tend to sell a bit quicker. But what I'm going to do is show you some icons that I sold this week that I bought live on stream, and give you their price graphs and give you an idea of how I know to trade with them. If you are a website subscriber, you don't need to worry about this. The new tool we have on there literally tracks the market as it goes. So it will tell you which icon prices are coming down and below our sell prices. So you can go and directly look at those icons, look for the undercuts on them, which is what I did, and make yourself quite a healthy profit from them. So I'm going to be right back, literally in 2 seconds time, to show you the icons and then show you FUTBin. See you then. Alright guys, so here we are back on my transfer market now, and these are the 4 icons I'm going to show you for today. Now, important thing to note about icons is, in terms of percentage drops, when the market goes up and down, on gold cards and special cards, I tend to find they've got a bigger percentage drop. But let's take Adama Traore, for example. Last weekend, we're selling for 10k into weekend league. Got down as low at 6k at some points this week, like when I was looking on the market. It's a 40% drop off. Do icons have that sort of drop off? Probably not. Not realistically, they don't drop that much. But in terms of actual coin value, they do drop quite heavily, and that's where you make your profit. But it's important to know that the first thing to note with icons is they're cheapest beginning of the week and most expensive into weekend league. So if you're going to start trading with icons, I would suggest trading with icons early week. Buy them when they're at their lowest. That way it allows you a bit of leeway into weekend league to not lose coins. So let's say theoretically this Gattuso may get down as low at points, not always, at points, early, like later in the week, 340, 360. You can pick him up. If you don't sell him during the week, you don't need to panic. realistically, you can sell him for a lot more into Weekend League anyway, so you haven't really got too much of a stress there. But I'll run you through these guys, then we'll look at FUTBIN, and then I'll talk about buying and selling these cards. So this Gattuso, I believe I picked him up for 340 on stream. All these were picked up on stream, so again, check me out on Twitch. 340 on stream, we sold him for 405,000. This Deco, I think we picked up for 260, sold him for 310. This Close, I think picked up for 220, sold him for 265. And this Rush, I think, was 330, 320, 330. But this Rush was actually a centre mid and Hunter, so we got a bit more for him than perhaps we get normally. Remember that position changes and Hunters allow lazy buyers to pick them up, because a lot of lazy buyers just don't care. They'll pay the extra 10k for that. Other things to remember with icons is fresh icons tend to sell better. So this Gattuso is a fresh icon. Deco is a fresh. Closer is fresh. They're all fresh, I think. I think they were all fresh, but I don't actually know if it shows you that on the transfer market, but I'm pretty sure they were all fresh. The centre mid Hunter, I don't know why he would be fresh, or maybe Rush wasn't fresh. But they sell for more. The most important thing to know is when you buy in and when you don't buy in. Now, if you are a website subscriber, you don't need to worry about this. On the website, we've now got a tool that live tracks the market, and it tells you when the price of certain icons are coming down. We've got a true or false, basically, meter. If the card's true, it means that the card is selling for less than our current sell price on the website. However, it doesn't mean that's a buy-in. What it means is you check the card and you look for undercuts on it to get the buy price that we set for you guys. So just bear that in mind. But they are the icons that we sold this week. I'm going to go over to FUTBIN now and show you guys how you can start looking at those prices. If you're not a website subscriber, how you can start looking at those prices. FUTBIN's more of a tool for getting the price they sell for as opposed to getting the price to buy them for. But we'll talk about that in EA Tax when we get to that. So I'll be right back with the FUTBIN graphs. Alright guys, so we're back on the FUTBIN again. You can use FUTW'S, you can use any of those tools that you prefer. For me, I've always used FUTBIN, so FUTBIN will be the one that I just use. It's accurate enough for me, I know how to use it. I can quickly click through things. Some people use FUTW'S, some people use the other one, I can't remember the other one's name. But FUTBIN's the one for me that I always use, without fail. Now I've got up all 4 of the cards that we sold, and I want to give you an idea of how you guys can use the graphs and use the knowledge on FUTBIN to sort of give you an idea of what cards are selling for. Now, you have to always be mindful here that time can be of the essence with icons, because a lot of people are sitting there trying to trade them. And so you really want to get an idea of prices and do your research beforehand to some degree, so you know roughly what cards are selling for. That could be something like a database that you update once a day, anything like that to give you a rough estimate. I know Dan, who does the website, is an icon genius, and he can pretty much remember most of the prices on there. I can do it with silvers, he does it with icons. But yeah, we'll go through it, I'll give you an idea. So you know that Gattuso that I showed you that we sold for 405. At the moment, as I said, into Weekend League cards rise, he's selling for 419,000. He's on the market for 419,000 at this moment in time. Does that mean I made a mistake by selling when I did? No, it doesn't. Because what happened is I sold mine a couple of days ago. I left him on there while I've been streaming so I could do this video. But I've been able to reinvest the profit I made in him in other places, which means I've made more profit long term. So that's fine. But what you really want to do is you want to go down to the graphs and you want to get an idea of sort of the last 7 odd days, give or take, of what he's been selling for. So if you go to sort of, even if you go to 9 days, 399,000 coins, he sort of rises up steadily into Weekend League, about 419,000, a peak of 425 before dropping back down to about 397. Now that gives you a rough estimate of his price. For me, I'd always err on the side of caution. I know there's ones there for 415, 420, and he probably will sell, as you're seeing now, for 420. But I'd average his price out at about 400, 410 max. That way I'm not buying into him too high, not risking coins unnecessarily. But so I average about 400. Let's just say, for argument's sake, 400,000 coins. This means that I need to account for EA tax when I buy into a Gattuso to make sure I'm not making a loss. So at 400,000 coins, the 5% tax means it goes down to 380. It means the maximum I want to pay for Gattuso is 380,000 coins to make sure I don't get stung. Do I want to buy him at 380? No, I do not. I want to buy him a lot lower than that to give myself the most amount of profit possible. Now, at 380, if you were to sell him today, you're looking at about 19,000 coins profit, give or take, which is great. Not a bad amount of profit at all. But ideally, you want to look for undercuts. So let's say, theoretically, you've got a Gattuso on the market who was at 380. That might get sold, it might not. What you're waiting for is for someone to come in and list one underneath that, because you get quite big undercuts on icons. Someone with maybe a 360 or a 350, then you want to pick him up. Because the moment you do that, let's say you pick him up on a Wednesday evening, you think, right, I'm looking at this now, market's doing this, pick up a Gattuso at 350. If you'd done that last night, even at 360, you're looking at about 40,000 coins profit on that Gattuso. But the graphs are massively important. But always remember, the graphs are only an average. They are not the high or the low. They are an average of what that card was listed / sold for on the market at that time. So you can't rely upon the graphs inherently to be like, this is what he sells for. It is an average. At times during that day, he will go for more or less. We'll talk about that when it comes to selling in a minute. Again, Deco, get an idea of his price. Now, you know I've sold him for, as we showed, 310. And that's roughly what his price is on average on Footbin. We've got one spike last Sunday again, same as Gattuso. But 3.5 to 3.10, roughly where his price is at. Again, if you can pick these cards up with hunters and shadows on them, it gives you a little bit more value on them. It's not quite as pronounced as it would be with gold cards. But we know that's what it is. I knew to pick that Deco up because I knew it was a good deal anyway. But that's Deco. Miroslav Klose, again, very stable graph here. 254, 257, 260. We actually sold off for 265, and that was, I think, because he had a hunt on him, got me a little bit extra from to a lazy buyer. But again, I've got to allow for the EA tax on that, so it's, let's say 250,000 coins, if we pretend that's the average right now for this. 10% 25, 12, to 237,500 is the max I really want to pay for a Klose based upon this graph. Obviously, I sold him for a bit more. And then Ian Rush, currently on the market for 365. We know I sold mine for 380. And again, his graph's been quite stable, but he did see a bit of a dip this week, which is when I bought into him because I got him quite cheap. He did see a little bit of a dip, which was quite nice. I realised it was a good deal. And again, he had a position change on him down to centre mid and a hunter. People will pay extra for that. Lazy buyers pay extra for those. So that gives you an idea of how the graphs work. You know where to buy in and how to buy in. Once you've bought into your cards, it's all about how you sell. And it's very simplistic, the rules on FIFA in terms of selling. When you're buying cards, you list them for an hour at a time when you are online. Always list them for an hour at a time. When you're online, it's there. You can see what's going on. When you come off the game, list overnight. And the reason why I say this is cards tend to rise overnight. The reason for that is there's usually less supply of them. So with icons, for example, there may be, let's say, at a rough guess, 300 Ian Rushes that are on the game. It's probably more than that, but either way, 300 of them. When the world goes to sleep, especially when Europe is asleep and America's at work and Australia's just waking up, there's less supply because people aren't listing their cards. This means less supply equals more demand, which means prices go up. Overnight listing on icons, special cards, is the way you will sell most of your cards. Because again, if people have only got a choice of 3 Ian Rushes and yours is the cheapest, they'll buy yours. If there's 10 on the market, everyone's continually undercutting each other, it means you're less likely to get that sale done. The other thing to do is not panic. If you pick up one on a Monday or Tuesday and they're not selling Wednesday or Thursday, relax. Weekend League, they sell. But a basic rule that I usually do is I do not buy icons during Weekend League. That's when they're at the highest. Unless I see a ridiculously big undercut, I don't buy icons then. My way of trading would be that on Sunday, Monday with Weekend League sell-off, I try to buy into these cards, squad battle rewards. You buy into those cards at their low, then you sell them on again into the rest of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You try and get as many sales as you can there. That allows you to reinvest on the sort of Wednesday and then sell into Weekend League. That's how I do it. But it's important you know that overnight is vitally important. List for 12 hours. The moment you come off that console, list for 12 hours. If you forget to do it, get onto the web app and get them listed without fail. If you look at the profit I've made roughly from these guys, if you look at Gattuso, Deco, Klose, Rush, I think about 100 and something thousand coins is the total profit I'm looking at. Which is very good for which was essentially about 1 million coins spent. I got 10% back on my return on investment. Is that incredible? Not at all. It's, for me, I'd look for more than that, but I was showing everyone on stream how it goes. But 100,000 coins is nothing to be sniffed at for 24 hours work. Well, not even 24 hours work. I bought into the icons on stream for 2 hours and did some special cards at the same time and bought into some silvers. Probably about an hour and a bit of work for 100,000 coins is nothing to be sniffed at. That's very solid. And again, sometimes people lose sight of this with trading and think, oh, I'm going to make 1 million coins a day. You might do. Sometimes you do. But if you make 100,000 coins a day per month, that's 3 million coins. That's a huge amount of coins that you are making a month. And that's just on icons. You can also be spending money on silvers, on golds, and on special cards. The website has everything. All of that area covered. We do all of those things. When League SBC start coming out, the silver area will be ridiculous. You can make 250, 300,000 coins in an hour. Which is what I was doing last year. It's utter filth. But that's basically how you trade with icons. Keep an idea on the market, but I would go out and do your research, whatever you do. Make sure, when I first started with icons, and a lot of people do this, they sort of look at the low-end icons and get an idea of their price and keep a database of what they've been selling for each day. It's a quick glance guide. Then you can do an average thing on Excel. It will tell you roughly what they sell for, and you can even set up a formula on Excel that will tell you the price that you maximum want to buy for that card. So let's say you see a Schmeichel in the market, and you go into your database, it tells you the maximum pays 330, pops up at 300, you know to buy him and make profit. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you are new around here, like I say, please do subscribe down below and turn on your notifications. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.